Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we will discuss about a topic project scope management. Friend, we will discuss this topic in terms of project management or PMI as per definition of PMI. So we will see that what is project scope management. Friend, this topic is very important in terms of project management. In terms of PMP, this topic is very important. Uh, Friend, if you are already a student and going to give an exam of project management in any university, let me tell you that this topic is very important to understand, and you will definitely see exam questions in exam. For example, if you are in university or you are going to give an exam of PMP, you must see questions related to this topic. Why? Because this topic is so much important in project management. So. Or if you are already a project manager and working as a professional project manager, so this topic is also very important to understand that what is scope management and why it is very important for a project manager to understand and implement the concept of scope management. Friend, please focus on this topic, and I'm making a video on this topic, project scope management, in a very easy to understand manner. Friend, I want to make a video on this topic in a very simple and very easy to understand manner so that everyone can understand the concept of project scope management, so that if he is or she is a student, or if he or she is a project manager, so this concept will helpful for you to grow in your life, in your student life or in your professional life. So this topic, this concept is very important, and my purpose of making this video honestly is that I want to make a very simple video just to share my knowledge, my thoughts about this topic, so that it can be helpful for you in your life. So please first of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well, so my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Friend, topic name is project scope management. Project scope management. What does that mean? It defines the boundaries of a project. So, how we will manage the boundaries of a project. Project scope management means scope basically defines the boundaries of a project. Boundaries means, friend, that what needs to be done and what don't need to be done, what is required to be done and what is not required to be done. Are you getting my point? So project scope management is the process to ensure that a particular project includes all the work relevant slash appropriate to achieve the project objectives. Its primary aim is to control what is and is not involved in the project. The scope management techniques enable project managers and supervisors to allocate just the right amount of work necessary to complete the project. This is a very important concept. For example, if you are implementing an e-commerce solution and customer is saying that he needs only 5 modules, okay, so what you will do as a project manager, you will make a scope document and document that 5 modules are required and get the sign off from the customer. And in the scope document you will mention all the detail about these topic, these modules, and document it and get the sign off from customer. Here very important concept is that the scope document should also include that what is not required from customer. For example, it will include only 5 modules, and other than that 5 modules you will not deliver anything. So remember one thing, in the scope document you have to mention the out of scope things as well. This is very important, so that at the later stage there should not be any problem, any confusion at the later stage. Also, there should not be any concept of gold plating. Gold plating means, for example, if you have decided that you will give 5 modules to customer as per the scope. So, friends, if you are adding few more things like 6 one more module you are giving to customer, like you have to give only 5 modules and you are giving one more module just that customer will be happy and he will be happy with you. So it is bad, it is wrong. It is a gold plating in terms of project management, that is called as gold plating, which is totally wrong. You have to give what is decided in the scope, nothing less than that or nothing more than that. This is called the concept of scope. And also scope creep means that few more things are adding without any changes, without any approval. So this is called the concept of scope creeping. So friend, this is very important that all the scope, all the things which needs to be done, which has to be delivered, which should be properly documented, it should be properly agreed and signed off with the customer. And after sign off, the execution should be started. And there should not be any concept of gold plating. Gold plating means that you are giving more than that what is decided in the scope. Here one more important thing is the documentation. Friend, scope document is very important. Whatever is decided, whatever is agreed with the customer, it should be documented in the scope document. This is very important. And also the sign off on the scope document, this is also very important. Whatever is decided, whatever is agreed with the customer, it should be properly documented, it should be properly signed off with the customer, so that at the later stage we can avoid the scope creep. Why it happens scope creep means that at a later stage, if things are not documented, so any person can say that it was agreed, it was discussed in the meeting. Why? Because it was not documented. No, any person can say that it was discussed on a meeting, it was discussed on a phone call, etc. Why? Because it was not documented. So any person can say these from customer side or from our side as well. They can say that it was agreed on the phone call. However, if it is documented properly on a document, on a scope document, so because it is in a written format, so no one can disagree with you, because it was agreed, it was properly documented on a paper, on a written format. So everyone has to agree with your point of view. Now the project management consists of three project scope management consists of three process. First of all, planning means that this process of getting an overview and defining the work that needs to be done to achieve the deliverable is called planning. Planning means that you will plan that what needs to be done. First of all, you have to understand what needs to be done and how you will deliver it and how you will document it. First of all, the main important concept of a scope management is planning, that how you will achieve that, how you will do the scope planning. The next one is the controlling. Controlling is the process of documenting, tracking, focusing on a scope disruption, and also continually approving and disapproving the project changes through controlling and monitoring process is called controlling. Controlling means, friend, that you will make a scope document, and whatever is agreed with the customer, you will document it and get the sign off from the customer. If it is properly documented, signed off with the customer, so that if any new change came, so on the basis of the scope document you can say that it is a change request. And also if any you can track it as well, that it was agreed that we will for tracking purpose as well, we can use the scope document. So scope documentation is a basically controlling process through which you can avoid the scope creeping, avoid the gold plating, and also you can do the tracking as well. The next and the last one is the closing. Closing means this process includes an examination of the project deliverables and assessment of the outcomes of the project against the original plan is the primary function of closing. Closing means, friend, that at the end of the project you can refer to the scope document and see, for example, it was agreed at the end of closing that we will deliver 5 modules, and it is properly documented, agreed in the scope document that only 5 modules needs to be delivered. So on basis of the scope document you can do the closing, you can close the project, that it was agreed that 5 modules have to be delivered, and we have delivered the 5 modules. Now we can close the project. Friend, at the later stage, for example after 6 months of 1 year, what happened that whenever we goes to customer, this confusion came. for that whether 5 modules are there or 6 modules are there. If things are written in the scope document properly, so we can confidently close the project. So this is very important that things should be documented in the scope document, properly signed off and agreed with the customer. So at the end of when we came at the end of closing phase, so these documentation are very helpful for us, and on basis of that we can close the things. So friends, that's all from my side. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And that's all from my side, and thank you, thanks a lot, and that's all from my side. Thank you.